What's happening, everyone? Welcome to Scatterbrain Entertainment. I'm your host Tremel, and this is the Real Life Pokedex. Here we will go over and really find out just what it would be like if your Pokemon of choice were real. And how do we do that? Easy. By taking a good look at the official game Pokedex and applying that information to answer these 3 questions. How would their existence affect the environment? What role, if any, would they play in society? And would you as an individual be legally allowed to own one? And today the Pokemon we will be covering is the Bulbasaur line. Now your average Bulbasaur stands 2 feet 4 inches and is 15.2 pounds, with Ivysaur at 3 feet 3 inches and 28.7 pounds, and Venusaur at 6 feet 7 inches and 220.5 pounds. It's a cross between a plant and a dinosaur, although what dinosaur exactly is still unknown, but it seems to take inspiration from a variety of herbivores. And as for the plant on its back, though it is not clearly related to any specific flowers, it seems to mostly resemble the Rafflesia, in physical appearance at least, being a large plant that looks like a blooming flower. Although some conspiracy theorists believe that the plant is actually a Vileplume, but whatever. So what does the Pokedex have to say about this dino plant crossover? Well, when it is just a Bulbasaur, the Pokedex states that a strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. It can go for days without eating a single morsel. The bulb on its back, it stores energy. The seed on its back is filled with nutrients. The seed grows steadily larger as its body grows. It carries the seed on its back right from birth. As it grows older, the seed also grows larger. While it is young, it uses the nutrients that are stored in the seeds on its back in order to grow. Bulbasaur can be seen napping in bright sunlight. There is a seed on its back. By soaking up sun rays, the seed grows progressively larger. There is a seed on its back right from the day this Pokemon is born. The seed slowly grows larger. For some time after its birth, it grows by gaining nutrients from the seed on its back. Once it becomes an Ivysaur, it says, when the bulb on its back grows large, it appears to lose the ability to stand on its hind legs. The bulb on its back grows by drawing energy. It gives off an aroma when it's ready to bloom. Exposure to sunlight adds to its strength. Sunlight also makes the bud on its back grow larger. If the bud on its back starts to smell sweet, it is evidence that the large flower will soon bloom. The bulb on its back grows as it absorbs nutrients. The bulb gives off a pleasant aroma when it blooms. There is a bulb on this Pokemon's back. To support its weight, Ivysaur's legs and trunk grow thick and strong. If it starts spending more time lying in sunlight, it is a sign that the bud will bloom into a large flower soon. There is a plant bulb on its back. When it absorbs nutrients, the bulb is said to blossom into a large flower. To support its bulb, Ivysaur's legs grow sturdy. If it spends more time lying in the sunlight, the bulb will soon bloom into a large flower. When the bulb on its back starts swelling, a sweet aroma wafts to indicate the flower's coming bloom. And finally, as a Venusaur, the Pokedex states, the plant blooms when it absorbs solar energy. It stays on the move to seek sunlight. The flower on its back catches the sun's rays. The sunlight is then absorbed and used for energy. By spreading the broad petals of its flower and catching the sun's rays, it fills its body with power. It is able to convert sunlight into energy. As a result, it is more powerful in the summertime. As it warms itself and absorbs the sunlight, the flower petals release a pleasant fragrance. There is a large flower on Venusaur's back. The flower is said to take on vivid colors if it gets plenty of nutrients and sunlight. The flower's aroma soothes the emotions of people. A bewitching aroma wafts from its flower. The fragrance becomes those engaged in battle. Venusaur's flower is said to take on vivid colors if it gets plenty of nutrients and sunlight. The flower's aroma soothes the emotions of people. After a rainy day, the flower on its back smells stronger. The scent attracts other Pokemon. So this Pokemon is definitely a fun in the sun type, but what would it be like if they were actually real? Well, to answer the first question, the environment would most likely not be affected much by these guys. They are not aggressive, live off of sunlight most of the time, and for the most part, they keep to themselves. although being both plant and animal would make them a target for carnivores and herbivores, but it is not like these guys can't protect themselves. Now for the second question. I can easily see people making use of Venusaur's sweet soothing fragrances. They would most likely be common in places like spas, massage parlors, parks, beaches, and anywhere else where people wanted to be relaxed. And as for that sweet relaxing nectar that gives off the aroma, that would end up being harvested for making products like soaps, perfumes, air fresheners, and anything else that is meant to smell good. But considering this is a grass poison creature, the one thing I don't see this nectar being used for is food. And the cost of these products would ultimately come down to how fast Venusaur can replenish the nectar inside his plant. Also, energy companies would raise them in large numbers so that they could use them for harvesting solar energy via the move's solar beam. The Bulbasaur line would be very popular with people because of all the benefits that come from them becoming a Venusaur. And as for the last question, yes, you would be able to own one, although you would have to have a house with a big backyard since they spend all their time outside soaking up the sun. And your food bill would not increase by much since they only need to eat when direct sunlight is not available to them for a long period of time. The only downside is both people and animals in the neighborhood will want to come over all the time for those sweet, relaxing fragrances. So yeah, there's that. So there you have it. That's what it would be like if Venusaur was real. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Real Pokedex. Join us next time as we go over what it would be like if the Squirtle line was real. And also, don't forget to hit that like button, share with your friends, and make that oh so very easy decision on whether to subscribe or die. So, till next time, my friends.